Yeah, we're gonna see the world.
Hello Shiners, how's it going? So the other day Eric and we were talking and I told him, I was like, I feel like hello guys and hey everyone seems so impersonal, and so he suggested Shiners. I don't know, do you guys like it? I like it, I think it's really cute. A lot of you guys also have been requesting for a DIY pencil case or makeup case, anything to kind of store your accessory, your makeup, or back to school supplies. So I came up with 3 designs that I really liked and I think that you guys would like too. 2 of the designs can be applied for those of you guys who don't have a sewing machine. I reinvented these methods to make it more user-friendly, and for those of you guys who don't have a sewing machine, design number 1 and number 3 are great for the gluing method, and then number 2 is for sewing. But if you do have a sewing machine, you can make all 3 of them. So I hope you guys will like this, and let's get started. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start with design number 1. You will need a piece of fabric that is 15 inches wide and 10 inches long. I like to use upholstery fabric because it's thick and it's durable. You will also need a 9-inch zipper. If you are going to use glue, then I recommend Elaine's glue from Joann's Fabric Store. This is one of my favorite permanent fabric glue to use. So first, cut out your fabric 15 inches wide by 10 inches long. Then on each side, fold in half an inch into the wrong side of the fabric like so. Now take out the zipper and place that in the center with the right side facing up. Now with the glue, place it along the side of the zipper just like how I'm doing it right here. Then gently place the fold of the fabric over with the right side facing outward. Do the same thing on the other side. After you're done, just gently pull down the zipper and let this dry for a good hour or so before moving on to the next step. Now the glue usually takes about 10 hours to fully dry, but after 1 hour you should be ready to move on to the next step. Just remember to carefully handle your case with care. So once everything is set and dry, you can now turn this inside out. And what you're going to want to do next is glue the sides in. So with the wrong sides facing out, you're going to glue the right sides together. After you finish gluing, let this set for a good hour or so before you turn this inside out. Again, let this set for at least a full hour before turning this inside out. After 24 hours, you can use this and even wash the finished product if necessary. Once you get this down, you can turn it into any other size you like and have fun with it. Okay, so are you guys ready for this next design? So this is a fun way to store makeup and pretty much anything you like. In this tutorial, I will be sewing my case. Now, the first step is very similar to design number 1. Have a piece of fabric that's 15 inches wide and 10 inches high. Now create a 1/2 inch seam allowance by folding in 1/2 inch on each side, just like what I'm doing here. To sew in the 9-inch zipper, I will be placing the right side of the zipper to the right side of the fabric. Notice here how I'm lining the zipper to the 1/2 inch seam allowance fold line I made earlier. You want to use the fold line as a guide reference. Make sure to push the zipper teeth over the fold area, just enough so that way you can zipper up later. Now I'm using pins to hold this in place, and before sewing, make sure to have your zipper foot in your machine. Now, if you've never done this before, I highly recommend for you to use the manual that comes with your machine. So now that you are done sewing both sides of the zipper, go ahead and turn this inside out. Okay, so to give my bag a more box-like dimension, what I'm going to do now is take the sides in and fold it under, just like how I'm doing it here. I'm going to do this on both sides. Here I'm just taking some pins to hold it in place before I sew this. And now I'm just going to sew both ends straight down. Okay guys, so we are going to finish this off with design number 3. Now this last design can either be glued or sewn together. Depends on you. You can apply the same method I showed you in the last 2 designs for the zipper part. Here I have a piece of cloth that's 10.5 inches wide by 16 inches long. I'm using an old zipper stored in my sewing bin that is longer than what I really need, but this can easily be fixed by sewing it to the length needed and then snipping off any extra. Okay, so after sewing or gluing the zipper on, make sure to have the zipper unzip and turn the wrong sides out. Then you can either sew or glue the sides together. So after that's done, if you're sewing, fold the corners on the bottom together like so. Then measure 1 inch out and sew it. Now you're ready to turn it inside out, and that is basically it. So if you are using the glue method, then turn this inside out first and then push the corners in 1 inch, just like what I'm doing here, and then let the glue set for a day before using this. So that is basically it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up if you do, and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas you would like for me to make or create, and comment below. Talk to you next time. Love you. Ciao.
So we stole some time from studies, yeah, we stole some time from work.